what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget her? Uh-huh, uh-huh. I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. This is what I want now. And yeah, I'm waiting for something better. Yeah. This is what I want now. No, I won't settle for anything else. I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. Oh no, no. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Oh, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah. You better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself, baby, baby.
Aloha. Good morning. How's it doing? What's up? Hello, everyone. If you're new around these parts, I'm Doc Rock. I'm here to help you with your YouTube channel and your live streams. We're going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. And I want to remind you, yes, I am a creator, and you should say that to yourself, too. If you're new around these parts, let us know that you're new by putting new in the chat or brand new or whatever pops your socks to let us know that you know that we know that you know that you're new, and then we as a family will take care of you. Also, if you're watching this on the replay squad, you know, you got to check this out after the fact. Let us know down in the comments. If we are going through the chats today and we miss a question, come back and re-ask that in the comment, and I will definitely get it. And why, yes, Rob, the answer is 100% true. I am super sleepy night. Like, again, I was so busy doing everything else, I forgot to do this. So Rob will be the person responsible for catching this today. Ta-da! All right, got it. And let's line it up in the middle here. And then we're in there. Yes, Sammy, good to see you here. Let's see. Mr. David is in the building. I see Chris is here. His keypad. What? Now I got to scroll higher. All right. Anthony is here. Hello, Anthony. I was going to say something. I don't know what. My mouth is broken. Anyway, yeah, I hadn't really planned on doing a stream today, but I got finished everything hella early. So, yeah, we can just chat. Maybe it'll be a short one. It's better than... There's no time switch, Sammy. This is the same time to me. My time doesn't switch. Remember, I don't believe in messing with Mother Nature's clock. I am normally here at 8 a.m. I was here at 8:10 because I had to finish eating breakfast. So, what's hot in these streets? Well, those of you guys who are not in the ECAM community, what's up, Alex? Good to see you here, brother. I got my docs in. Finally, I got all three of them in here. Well, well, beards and banjos. Let me answer this question before I talk about my docs. Yes, I 110% know the answer to that question. My email address is doc@ecam.com. So I absolutely know the answer to that question. Can I tell you? Nope. I don't want to get fired. But yes, I do know the answer to that question. I hate it. I hate being entrusted with such of these secrets. Actually, not everyone, Sammy. Rob, who's in Arizona, myself, who's in Hawaii, and anybody who's in here from Alaska, we didn't touch the clock because we don't do things. It was such a dumb idea when they first did it. It's an even stupider idea now. But myself and all of us ex-military people, we will want the planet to just go to UTC. If everyone in the planet would just go to UTC, then all of these things are off. The arbitrary idea of 9 to 5 doesn't matter. It could be like, 1 to 8 or 1 to 9. What's the difference? Like, it's the same thing. 11 to 7, 7 to 12. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the numbers are just dumb. And the concept of these numbers being daylight and these numbers being nightlight don't really match if you live anywhere in the way north or the way south. Yeah, it's just I don't know why. Like, now that we live in a global society, it's 1818 UTC. Let's just leave it at that. The entire planet can be 1818 or 618 UTC. That is the way it should just be done. And then, yeah. So everybody needs to send letters to the UN and see if we can get all of the countries to just stop it. Because we live in a global society. The internet works on UTC clocks anyway. Actually, the internet works on Linux time. So let's find out what time is it Linux time. What time is it Unix, actually? Time. Let's see. Da, da, da. It is 161652356465666768. Like, that's the better clock. Like, you know what I mean? Just pick UTC or pick ISO 8601. It'll be so, you know what I mean? And you know what, Megan? Big ups on this question. We ought to be aware of, anyway. So, yeah, one time zone would be easier. Like, we are seriously all working on we're working on an adjusted schedule anyway. Like, for instance, this morning, and see, here's what happens. The sound messes with people because we're audible folks. Okay? And what I mean by the sound messes with people, everyone who was in the LSP group this morning, you heard the conversation that, well, I woke up at 4 so that I could be there at 5 a.m. to do the LSP class. And it was, holy goodness, 5 a.m., like, that's kind of a big deal or whatever. Well, yes, it is if you normally wake up at 8, but I normally wake up at 5 anyway. So I moved by an hour, like, really. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to make it any less of an effort or whatever. I normally take 2 hours of milling around my house before I do anything because I do my golden hour in the morning. So instead of my golden hour, which is where I spend an hour to teach myself things, people are like, how do you know all this stuff? Because I actually take time. I block time in my schedule when I wake up in the morning to spend an hour studying something. I don't care what it is. Sometimes I'm studying Japanese. Sometimes I'm studying ancient literature. literature. Sometimes I'm studying copywriting. Sometimes I'm studying how to use this loop deck. Sometimes I'm studying like the difference between all of these docs. Like I just spend an hour in the morning learning something. And now, make the coffee and sit there and learn myself something and write my morning pages. That's what I do every day. So me moving an hour wasn't really that much a strain on my presence, but because people hear the sound of waking up at 5 a.m. as loud, there was a point in my life where I was coming home at 5 a.m. and a large portion of my constituency was freaked out. Oh my God, you come home at 5 a.m.? Yeah, because I go to work at 11 p.m. Like, what are you talking about? But to them, it was like, yo, I might as well be like killing children in the street. It's like, I can't believe you come home at 5 a.m. That's so late. I go, no, it's normal time because it's just a wheel, bruh. So like some people get in here, some people get in here, some people get in here. Like certain folks, like I started my career in the medical field. Yeah, when you were on swing shift, it's probably the worst shift to be on, or some people like that. I didn't, but swing shift, you go to work at 3 and you get off at 11. And it's a really weird time to go to work. Everybody else is ready to come home. And, you get off at 11. So if you have boring friends, they're all done and they're going to bed. But my friends were all nightclub people. So I was getting off just in time. You know what I mean? So the concept of time and where people bend around time and the stuff that people do to themselves over arbitrary words of time is just whack. Like even things like, oh, he's over 50 and he's a live streamer on YouTube. Giggle, giggle, giggle. I made more than you last week than you made all month, player. Keep giggling. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, we got to get off of these weird arbitrary things that don't mean anything to ourselves. And I know it was a randomly wild ass rant about time, but yeah, thank you, Michelle. You understand, right? Because you come from nurse life, so you get it, right? As a paramedic, I was right there with you. Actually, when I was a paramedic, I was mostly hitting on nurses, but that's a different story. But yeah, it's just the weird stuff that people block themselves into little categories that they actually don't mean anything, like purely unnecessary labels, and it really, really messed yourself up. Like there are literally people out here that are stopping themselves from being the next themselves because they are defining themselves by definitions that somebody else made up for themselves. And sometimes that definition is time. You're too old, you're too young, you're too this, you're too that. Like that's a time-based one, right? It's too early, it's too late, blah, blah, blah. That's another time-based one. Those ultimates are a little silly. Yeah, I'm a computer nerd, hardcore. I tell Sammy point blank that his, original copy of iMovie HD is too old. But then he edited a video and he's made content with that sucker and the content is good. So yeah, it's too old, but he still was able to do it. Sometimes you have to ignore the TOO and just get it done if that's what you got to work with. And he did that on purpose. He actually has better things to work with, but he did that on purpose to prove a point. Thank you, Mr. David. I appreciate you. Good sir. Okay, so I was going to speak on these docs. If you missed the thing yesterday in the eCam group, these Thunderbolt 4 docs are out in the streets now. This is the anchor. This is the cow digit. The OWC is properly connected to the mini. Can't speak. They're basically all the same. So far, the primary differences I came out with. This guy comes with a 100-watt adapter. The OWC comes out with 110, and the Cow Digit comes out with 150. And why that matters, if you want to plug in all the things, fill every one of these sockets, and not worry about power fluctuation, you're going to want the Cow Digit. It just has more power. So because it has more power, this is probably my favorite right now. Speed-wise, they're all the same, 40 gigabytes per second, 10 gigabytes per second on the standard USB-C modes. And then this one has 10 gigabytes per second on the super speeds. This one probably also runs 10 gigabytes per second on the super speeds. So in theory, they're all basically the same. Cow Digit gives you a little bit more power. The OWC doesn't have a power button, and the Anchor has a power button. I really don't know why they bothered putting a power button on it, because I'm probably never going to turn it off. But yeah, price-wise, they're all relatively the same. This guy sits at $199. This guy sits at $179, and the OWC sits at $179. But they have been running it as a special for $150 forever. So these are Thunderbolt hubs, by the way. I said they were docks earlier. They're all hubs. No, I don't hear myself in the AirPods because I have it set up like that. This is in order to hear like a super chat thing pop up, or if I like my Slack over here, you may or may not hear that. Depends on how I got my system audio set up. I need to hear the Slack because we're getting ready to release 3.8, so we have a lot of things going on at Ecamm. I didn't say that, Beard and Banjos. Don't listen. It's coming soon, people. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, let's just check in to make sure. That's a good question, by the way, Megan. I normally don't use these. I normally have these in my ear, but I just got off of Zoom, so I had these AirPods in my head. But I normally use my in-ear monitors. They just work better. It's like kind of my favorite swag. If you guys have any questions, they're not really randoms. You can just throw them in the chat. Pop a Q in the front just to make it easier for me. I'm going to scroll back and read. Hey, Corey, it's good to see you here. Let's see. Michelle, and by the way, thank you for being a nurse, by the way. Oh, Anthony, there you go. Good question. You know, that's kind of a question for yourself, Anthony, but I'm going to say that one that everybody should be studying right now. I'm going to give you two books that you should definitely be in. JFK, good to see you here. Hey, wait, sometimes I press this and the next one comes out. I don't know. Maybe it's just my fingers don't match. So, yeah. Two books that you should be reading right now. I happen to have them both sitting right here. I might have talked about it in class, but for those who weren't at the Streamer Accelerator class, let me show you. Okay, the first one everybody should have is the Ray Edwards, How to Write Copy That Sells. Even if you're not selling even if you're not selling anything per se, you should have this book, because this is going to help you with your YouTube titles. It's going to help you with your descriptions. It's going to help you with even writing your information that's going into your videos. This is literally like right now. It's sitting by my desk. It's always there. I have the Kindle version on my phone and iPad, and I've been just absorbing all of his videos on YouTube. Ray Edwards, man, is legit, like absolutely legit. Alex, no, there's not. Everything's in the beta at this point. Then the other one is your YouTube Formula by Darrell, or Darrell, as I like to call him, Eves, Darrell Eves. Very, very handy. And Yeah, this is nice. Man, I just love this new micro felt thing that they print on books now. This is kind of legit. So, I'm in the group for the people that pre-order this book and get a chance to go to the classes. So, yeah, but all you YouTube cats out there, which is most of you, if you haven't already got this book, you should definitely get this book. And those are probably the two things I think everybody should learn. Now, my blanket answer, what's up, Elo in the building? My blanket answer to that is what's up, Liz? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for Saturday, Liz. You're amazing. The blanket answer is pretty much everybody should be working on their story building, storytelling, story arc, like all the things story related. That's the game changer in growing any business, whether YouTube or not. Like properly telling a good story and, being able to deliver that, that's where the money shot is. Vaughn, no, it's allergies. It's that time of year. All the flowers are like, and then my whole face is just like, ugh. Feels like I've been boxing Mike Tyson. Yeah, it's a fantabulous book. Yes, actually, I like listening to it on Audible too. I forgot to mention I have it on Audible as well. I like listening to it on Audible while I'm driving, and then I go back and check it. No, I have it. Most people are overcomplicating their audio setup. There are few reasons to have to use loopback, and if you have to use it, fine. Most people just bought it because someone else in the community told them to buy it, and they probably don't actually need it. So it's a use case situation. Loopback kind of sort of has jack all to do with whether you have an RCP or not. Yeah. It just depends on your use case. There's too many variables, but most people have loopback, don't need it. They got it because somebody told them to get it because they didn't know how to do it another way. And there are cases where you need it. I mean, there's very definitive cases where you need it, but it's really a matter of how you're doing your show. I want to tell everybody, point blank, back your show back up and put it as MVP, minimum viable product. There's too many people out there trying to turn their live streams into like the Grammys with no experience, no budget, no money, weak computer, no skills, no willing to learn, none of that. The best stream I've seen recently, this is going to blow your mind. The best stream I've seen recently, Sammy, just a little kid in front of his computer with high profile guests, nothing crazy. Him camera, their camera, him camera. See, English. His camera, their camera, and comments from the crowd like this. That was it. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't go and bust an overhead camera for no reason whatsoever. He didn't like try to play like music from a different source that's not the sound panel and Ecamm. Why? Like, what's the point? Like, what are you trying to prove? Like most cases. Now, there's use cases and I get that. But a lot of people are doing extra stuff to make themselves look professional. I got a mindset shift. Don't look professional, be professional.
How you like that?
I just let it marinate for a second. People are trying to look something. Don't look it, be it. Like, do you need, really go down your checklist and say, like, do I need all of this I'm putting in my thing? Or can I simplify it and still give value to my people? You got to sit here. I'm chilling in my room with my little lights and whatnot, and I don't do a lot, right? I just tell you guys what you need to know. But, like, I'm not twirling stuff and opening up keynote and trying to do all of this other mess. Like, it's not necessary. I think most people keynotes need the 86 every stinking word. I have not produced a keynote presentation with a single line of text on it in 15 years. I do my presentations with pictures. I don't put any copy in my keynote presentations. Not a dang one. And they're more powerful and they're more impactful. You know why? Because when you only have pictures, people look at the pictures and pictures emote feelings. And then you are the storyteller, so they're listening to your every word. When I put this on screen, while it's a keynote slide over here, and I'm talking to you over here, you're reading all the text. You're not paying attention to what I'm saying, right? Especially the people that do crap like this. This is your keynote slide where there's like 3-point text. I'm like, come on, player. If you got to put text, it needs to be no less than 60 points. And if that means you need to make 150 slides, then make 150 slides. But I long time ago when I was in college and my professor was like, yo, how do you do that? And I was like, you're the teacher, dummy. What do you mean, how do I do that? How do you do your presentations always with no words on it? And I'm like, yeah, because I don't want them reading the slides, damn it. I want them paying attention to the presentation. It's just a thing. And what happens when your projector blows up or you didn't have the right cable or whatever? Your thing is done. I can still do my speech. I don't need no slides. They're there for extra. You know what I mean? I pre-ordered it. Mine just came Saturday. Remember, it took forever. But if you got to just hit them. Quick question. Yeah, you musicians kind of don't need the RCP. It's probably better for you if you don't have one. Actually, regular mixer like the Performer 12 or the Performer 8 would actually do you better, but then you got to hard route your mix minuses, which isn't difficult. I mean, people that are in the music industry, like, besides playing your instruments and stuff like that, one of the first things you should learn is routing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Alex, I get that, but then the reason why they need that half the time is because they're trying to play a video, and it's like, do you need to play the video? And if you need to play the video, just put it in Ecamm, and then you don't need the mix minus. You only need it if you're trying to play the video from the web browser. So if you download the video, then it eliminates that. You know what I mean? Like, Rodecaster Pro Mix Minus is designed for you and your guests. So playing things from your system, move them into files that can be played by Ecamm, and then you don't need Mix Minus at all. So it's overcomplicating because they're trying to play the video from the browser. Download the video. And if you don't have the rights to download the video, it's not supposed to be in your stream anyway. So, like, again, I agree with you. Like, I understand why people use it, but they're overcomplicating because they don't want to do their proper setup or they don't want to do their homework. What? You talking to me? This? My SM7B? You can do SpongeBob voice with a guitar pedal. Yeah, that's true. I appreciate that comment better. I want all kind of things and I buy them, but I don't need them. You know, and again, I just think most people are over complicating their streams. Yes, that's the thing. I remember that when the original firmware didn't have it, now you got it. So yeah, which makes a big difference. Neither. James, the answer to that question is neither. This is the answer. Mine's is plugged into my Mini right now, but this is known as a Luna display. Luna display will set you back $80, and then it allows your iMac to be a monitor for your Mac Mini or your iPad or whatever. There's software versions that do this, but this is hardware version. It just works a treat. And then find India or Pastor Felicia, and they have good tutorials on it. Sorry, hiccups today. Yeah, it's a really awesome device, by the way. It just cuts down some of the workload. But yeah, get yourself a a Luna display. I can't speak English today. Here, let me turn on India. Googly Chrome. Good googly moogly. India. There it is. Luna display. So you plug it into your Mac. The Windows one isn't out yet. And then it allows your other devices to come over way stronger and than Sidecar, right? And so you can use Mac to iPad mode or Mac to Mac mode. So here's the one you're trying to pull off. Put this guy over here, put the other guy into your iMac, and then it just slides right over. They're super dope. Luna display is the move. Oh yeah, talk to Michelle. She got it set up too. This is the dope part too. When you're using your iPad, you can get touchscreen on the desktop. All right, gang. Rumor has it, and I hate Mac rumors, just do. Not the website, but people making up crap about Apple products that aren't out. Rumor has it that we're getting an iPad with a Thunderbolt port, and I'm just like, take all my money, okay? Like, yo, that's going to be fire. Yes, Luna display is legit. Mr. Alex says, what are the tube lights that tubers are staging their studios call with? Okay, so I'm going to show you my favorites. And you know me, Alex, I'm not going for the cheap ones, but these are dope. Bam. Yeah, that's a true story, boss. It's never, dude. I sit there at night staring at crap that I want to buy, and I'm like, you don't need that. I want it, but you don't need it. It's like the cartoon when you got the devil cartoon and the angel cartoon, and they're like yelling back. That's me pretty much every day. Like, I didn't need this. I can edit Final Cut videos faster than a mother, but I wanted it, so I got it. Is it make Final Cut editing faster? Yes. Does it make Ecamm any better? Not yet, but there's more. I can't say anything after that. That was for Alex, because he don't know what we got coming, but we got. Okay, so Mr. Alex, these are Nanlite Pavo tubes. These are some of the best in the business. There are cheaper ones out there, like the ones Pastor Keith uses. He uses the Young No, which I believe are like $150 a piece. The advantage of these is they can be daisy chained and they can do all the things, right? Here's the little bitty guys. They're 89 doll hairs a piece. And these are just cool because these are made for actual video things. So they actually have like all the proper features and stuff that you would need for a video person. Because I just told you guys not to play it the way they played it, I'm going to pull this down real quick and then I'll show it to you in the stream and hope YouTube doesn't get mad at me. But if they do, I don't care. Okay, so let me hit this, let it download real quick. I love how fast it downloads, by the way. Yeah, these are dope. Now, there's a couple other brands that are out there. And if you are going to make your own, if you have, I know you're in Georgia, so you probably can get access to it. But if you have a lighting place that has I'm over here making hand motions you can't see. If you have a lighting place where you can buy the clear plastic tubing and then you can just stick light strips inside, you can get away with, cheaper light strips. But I agree with Nick. I don't like the way light strips show the bubbles. When I had them back in the back, if you go back to my streams in September with the other bookshelf and stuff, you can see the little bubbles in my light strips, and I wasn't a fan of that. So if you can get the plastic tubing, the white plastic tubing, you just drop those in, and then you'll be able to make it look like it's a solid light. So those are cool. Let me play this real quick. Actually, I want you to be in overlays. Ion battery built in, but I like the fact when you see the system that lets you connect a bunch together. I like how you can do that. You can sync them together and create really cool stuff like that. So yeah, these are the bee's knees, the absolute business, and I just like them. It's worth the extra $50 a piece just because they do far more. The other thing that's key, these are really video lights. So you're not going to have flicker issues, right? No matter how dim or how bright, there's no flickering. And that's why I prefer these. There's some more expensive ones, and then there's some cheaper ones. These fit in that sort of sweet spot. Rob, you silly. Definitely if you go there at night, you're going to have a problem. What? Ecamm users must be happy, must be nice. Yeah, we're a pretty happy crowd for the most part. You know why we're happy? Because our software works most of the time. We don't have to fight like random weird issues. It just happens to work. Yeah. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. If not, I'm going to go take a nap because I've been up since way early and I'm tired and I got a lot of work to do. So you guys let me know. Don't forget Saturday, allergies makes my nose itch. It drives me crazy because it's not doing anything. Like it's just itchy for no reason on the very tip, like Santa Claus. It drives me crazy. Anyway, gang, what is today? Tuesday. There will be a beta stream on Thursday, of course. If you're in the Ecamm community, I'll see you guys there. If not, then Saturday we will have our standard issue stream plus questions and answers. Got to give big props to Miss Liz that came through last Saturday. She brought some really, really great value and information. So we look forward to making that happen. And hey, what's up, Jake? Ohio. If you haven't had a chance to drop Kat a message and tell her happy birthday, it was her birthday on Sunday. And if you guys weren't in class, you might not know that. So if you see Kat Mulvihill around, tell her happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. This, Mr. David. Right now, there is a profile, but was neither written by Ecamm nor LoopDeck. So it doesn't really... No, M3 Live, it doesn't. That's the reason why I downloaded it. Right? Like I could have just done this and then click this, and I'll just give you an example. Here, watch this real quick. So I'm going to play this video, and then actually I'll play it on YouTube so it makes more sense. And it's just not smooth. Like it's kind of jumpy. The girls like jumpy. Like you get the idea, but it's not really smooth. I have an insane fast system with an insane fast internet speed, but it's still jerky because you're running two things on the internet at once. So I use Downy program. I can put the link in the chat. Downy comes with what's that app called? Set app. If you don't have it, Set app's the bomb. But yes, thank you, Elaine. I love you, Elaine. You're one of my favorite people in the whole planet. I'm going to click this and copy this and then paste this and then bam. Okay, the reason why I like to use Downy is because, as you saw, I just pasted in the YouTube link, and then when I come over here and I play the video, it's smooth as pie. Like, no skips, no jerks, no nothing. It's just smooth because I'm playing it on my system, and it's not really taxing my CPU or doing a lot of other stuff. Whereas the other way, playing it how it's set up in say a window, is not worth it. So I keep telling everybody, if you're going to play videos, download them suckers. It will make your whole situation better. You know, and they go, well, I can't download them. I'm like, man, we've been downloading stuff off of YouTube legally and illegally for almost 20 years now. YouTube's 14 years old. No, you've been able to download videos from YouTube since like a month after YouTube came out. So that is BS. You can download videos from Facebook. You can download videos from Instagram and just about anywhere else. So yeah, and then truth be told, if you can't download it because you're not supposed to be playing it, then you shouldn't be playing it in your stream anyway. So, you know, do what you can. Make sure you got permission to use what you're going to use, or do like we're doing. We're doing a I think that falls under fair use because we're just, you know, promoting the sale of their product. I'm not stealing it to use it for my own, so I don't think they'll have a problem with that. But yeah, you got to be like, yeah, I know what I tried to say. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate you, boss. Yeah, I don't know why my face doesn't work. Dr. Elo, there is no video for Envato Elements. There's like over 1.8 million things on that site. Like, what specifically do you speak of, Grasshopper? $14, $15. It's your age. That's all I know, Sammy. I'm waiting for Dr. Elo to answer my question back, and then I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Dr. Elo, hurry up. Type faster.
Coño.
That wasn't the answer to the question. Type faster. What do you mean, Envato Elements video? Dang it. Oh, that's right. It did. That's right. It just had the birthday. I remember that. Like, man, this year is going by so fast. Like, freak, it's almost April already. Okay. I hate when people say that. I'll take it back. I can't stand when people said you can't. I hate when people say that, oh, this year is going by. No, it's going by the same time as it always goes by. Time doesn't have a thing. You mean how to take one of the things you download and properly use it in Final Cut? Because that makes sense. Otherwise, like, Envato Elements is Keynote files, Google Sheets, PowerPoint, graphics, WordPress, Final Cut, After Effects, Premiere, motion. Like, it's so many things. So I don't know what we were talking about specifically. I am elderly. You have to remind me. But yeah, on that note, I'm playing music. I'm going home. I'm out of here. What do I want to play? Let's play this song. Okay, I got it. Now I understand. Shoots guns. I'll see you guys this weekend. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can always hit up the jockrock.live/shop. That will take you to the Amazon page and allow you to buy myriad things on Amazon, and that helps support the channel. You can also go to jockrock.live/kit to description. Man, I could not speak a single piece of English today. Holy goodness. Anyway, they're all in the description down there. So you can hit the Buy Me a Coffee page and then come and kick it with us at our weekend workshop where we get down and learn all things in the workshop. If you're curious as the workshop we're talking about becoming a member of the Drop Squad. That's the Doc Rock Youth Performers, and we get together every Saturday and conversate for roughly 2 hours. But we don't keep come because this kid is beating him up for that 2 hours. Anyway, gang, I appreciate you. I'll see you guys around. Aloha and mahalo. And no, これは踊ってもできない。今もう本当に疲れたからはもう本当にできない。できないじゃん。J 君、ありがとうございます。